Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Seiler Wealth Management video blog. I'm Lee Seiler, and today is Tuesday, May 17th, and big news right out of the gate this morning. Home Depot, a Dow component, ticker symbol HD, trades on a New York Stock Exchange, came out with pretty darn good earnings. They beat the street on earnings and revenues, and, which sometimes can be more important, they raised full-year guidance. So they're saying, hey, we're going to do better than we expected. And, of course, if anybody's ever been in a Home Depot on a Saturday and a Sunday, you see how much business they're doing. So kudos to them. Now, this stock is trading around $135 a share. It's not cheap by any standards as far as valuation. However, it does have the momentum behind it, and it does have the earnings power, which is critical. Now, this stock, you had an opportunity, and unfortunately, I don't know a lot of people that were smart enough, including myself, to buy this stock in February after the correction. It got down to about 110, 112. You could have bought it for several days in that time frame. And now, literally 2-3 months later, $135 a share. So if you bought HD, Home Depot, good job on that front. That was terrific. Last week, the markets were mixed. The Dow, the S&P 500, up about 0.5%. The NASDAQ was down about 0.5%. And a lot of that could be attributed to Apple. And Apple had a really rough week. And I came on this video blog last week and said, you know what? When nobody wants something, and they're throwing out the baby with the bathwater, and everybody's selling, and you have downgrades, and you have analysts out there saying, we don't like the stock, that to me is the time to buy. And I said this on the air. I said, listen, I don't know your personal situation. I don't know if it's appropriate for you, but I bought shares last week, and for clients who didn't own it. And we bought it anywhere between $90 and $93. It varied in that price range. And then lo and behold, yesterday, Berkshire Hathaway, which is Warren Buffett's company, comes out and says we are accumulating or have accumulated $1 billion worth of Apple stock. Also, another fund out there, Omega Fund, followed suit, bought 227,000 shares. So think about it, 227,000 shares at this price is pretty strong. And of course, Apple yesterday closed up nicely. It was the top performing stock on the Dow, closed at just under $94 a share. So had a big day yesterday, up over 3%. So now, because there are a lot of haters out there on Apple, and I love it. I love it because here's what's happening. This morning I hear on the news, Foxconn, one of their biggest manufacturers in Taiwan, has started their hiring cycle 1 month early. This is what good analysts do, and I saw this report from a terrific analyst this morning early, and he said that their channel checks are saying that Foxconn, which you've seen the stories on them, their working conditions are horrible. It's not Apple, it's Foxconn, okay? The working conditions in China aren't that great anyway. However, they are starting their hiring cycle for the new product cycle 1 month earlier. What does that tell you? It tells me, as someone who analyzes stocks and does their homework, that they're expecting a big blowout release, excuse me, I've got the allergies, of the iPhone 7. And who knows, there may be other products involved there. So that's terrific news, I think, for folks that are long Apple and folks that took my direction. And, again, several people actually emailed me and say, hey, do you think it's appropriate for me? And I like that because some stocks aren't appropriate for certain individuals or certain investors. So let's make sure. Consult with somebody, certainly call us. I'll tell you if I think it's appropriate for you or not. But that was big news. So then you have some criticisms saying that, Warren Buffett did put his stamp of approval on that stock to buy Apple. His number 2 guys, his lieutenants bought it. Do you think Warren Buffett doesn't know what's going on in his own fund? Okay, people are just absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy. Anyway, so that's good news on Apple. I think that the stock still down here is an opportunity. It is the cheapest. It is a Dow component, by the way, now. And it did attribute to the big move on the Dow. Keep in mind, it was up about 3 and change. It attributed probably 25 points to the Dow's big move. So let's see what happens today. We're seeing an indication for lower opening, but Apple is indicating a higher opening. So we'll see if that continues. And I think there's a car accident right by my window. Anyway, also, just a reminder, a week from tonight, now we have a series of events. And go to my website, stockdr.com. Terrific resources on stockdr.com or seilerwealth.com. 2 names, 1 site. But really great resources on virtually any topic you're looking for. But if you have stock market jitters, if you have some concerns, I do. We have an event a week from tonight in my office. We are limiting the seating. It's a really small event, but we'll have the same event a few weeks later, but this is a stock market jitters event. So what you can do, you call my office, 407-831-8002. You can make a reservation. We do need reservations. Or you can go onto the website, stockdr.com, click on events. It'll give you a list of our upcoming events and sign up. All right, there'll be some hors d'oeuvres, some cocktails being served, and there'll be some great information. I'll try and get you in and out within an hour and a half, probably sooner. All right. Anyway, I'm Lee Seiler with Seiler Wealth Management. I really appreciate you joining. I will be drawing some cruises on Thursday. I still have limited those. I'm very limited to those, but I'm going to go ahead and blow them out here unless my sponsor, Bahama Paradise Cruise Line, comes back in. But that's a cruise to the Bahamas, and great stuff. Anyway, I'm Lee Seiler at Seiler Wealth Management. Excuse me for the way I sound today. I have this, I don't know, allergies, head cold, whatever you want to call it. But thank you, by the way, for the sharing of the video and liking of these videos. You guys are terrific. It's good information. I hope you share it. And if anybody needs any help, we do portfolio reviews. Excuse me, I have a peach impediment. Portfolio reviews are done usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we do take on appointments that are not clients. And if you want to become a client and let's take a look at your 401k, and if it's sitting at an old employer, please, it is not probably the best advice to leave it at your former employers. They don't care about your financial well-being. All right, I'm Lee Seiler, the Stock Doctor, stockdr.com. Check it out, my event a week from tonight. Everybody have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on Thursday.